friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Tom Selleck makes a change to his iconic mustache style, and it has people shocked. Written by Mel Johnson, read by Adam Staten. The Tom Selleck mustache style is one that's followed the A-list actor since the 80s. So when he was spotted with a change to his iconic facial hair, it threw people for a loop. Believe it or not, Tom Selleck has appeared in several roles without his iconic stash. But ever since his breakout role in Magnum P.I., it's difficult to remember or think of Tom without his trademark facial hair. As a fun fact, the initial creator of Magnum P.I. originally had very different ideas for the leading role. When TV legend Glenn A. Larson passed a pilot script along to producer Donald Bassario, it portrayed Thomas Sullivan Magnum as a James Bond knockoff. At that time, the James Bond character was stylish, debonair, and clean-shaven. But this was not the kind of look Tom Selleck, with his mustache style, wanted to portray. He preferred Magnum to be more of a laid-back average Joe. "I just don't want to play what I look like," he told Donald Bassario. "You know, everybody wants to play me as the handsome leading guy. I want to do something with some humor." In fact, Tom was ready to pass on the role. "I'll pound roofing nails before I shoot this," he initially announced. However, producer Donald Bassario agreed with Tom about the script. "It was not the best script I'd ever read," he said. Donald went on to explain. "It was a rip on 007. It was about a guy, a private eye named Magnum, who was ex-CIA, who lived in a house on a cliff. And he wanted this ferocious killer dog that kept everybody at bay, and he would fly hang gliders with machine guns on the wings." So, with Glenn A. Larson's approval, Donald reworked the concept into the version of Magnum P.I. we all know and love today. And with those changes, Tom Selleck, and his mustache, was in. The famous mustache followed Tom Selleck into his role as NYPD Commissioner Frank Reagan on the show Blue Bloods. However, that almost wasn't the case. The director said, "Maybe you ought to play this guy without a mustache," Tom recalled during an interview in 2017. And Tom was entirely open to the idea, fully ready to shave off his famous mustache. In fact, he did his research to make sure it was even permissible for a New York police commissioner to have a mustache on duty. Spoiler alert, it was. But ultimately, the top brass at CBS insisted Tom Selleck keep his iconic mustache for the show. Tom Selleck's mustache has become so popular over the years that there is even a Facebook page dedicated to it. So when the paparazzi caught the 78-year-old actor running some errands, everyone was shocked to see some major changes to his iconic facial hair. Because of the SAG-AFTRA writer's strike, filming for Blue Bloods went on hiatus. And during that break, Tom Selleck apparently took a hiatus from shaving. He grew out a full beard as a companion to his mustache, as well as to let his gray hair shine through. Because the look is so different from his iconic public image, some thought Tom was unrecognizable. But we think he still looks great. He stayed true to his beliefs and has remained down to earth through all these years in Hollywood. And that's quite a feat. As we reflect on Tom Selleck's remarkable journey with his iconic mustache, may it serve as a reminder to stay true to yourself and who God made you to be. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is attained by a life of righteousness. Proverbs 16:31.
Providing for your family is a top priority. But what happens when you need affordable health care? Christian Healthcare Ministries could save you up to 40% today. As a member, you can choose your provider without network restrictions. Sign up at your convenience with our anytime enrollment. Join a Christian community that supports each other's medical expenses, offering peace of mind as you prioritize what's most important. Enroll now at yourchm.org.
Most anticipated rock holiday tradition returns. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, coming to a city near you. A legendary blend of rock, classical, and holiday music for the entire family. Don't miss Trans-Siberian Orchestra live in concert. The Ghosts of Christmas Eve. Go to tsotickets.com for info.
2-year-old girl goes missing. Then deer hunters hear crying in the woods. Written by Adam Staten, read by Adam Staten. A 2-year-old girl went missing in the South Carolina wilderness, only to be discovered hours later by a group of deer hunters in what is being described by authorities as a truly miraculous find. For a parent, there is likely no greater fear or worry than realizing their child is gone and missing. One can only imagine the agonizing, distressing, and disturbing thoughts and scenarios that would go through a parent's mind at that time. More than likely, it's an experience that no parent who has undergone such an unfortunate and heartbreaking situation would wish on their worst enemy. This was the exact situation that played out for a Newberry County, South Carolina couple, according to the Newberry County Sheriff's Office. Sarah Alice Grice, who laid down for a nap with her mother Sunday afternoon, was last seen by her parents at 3 p.m. It's believed that the young child had slipped out of the house undetected, exiting through a back door. Michaela, Sarah's mother, recalled the moment she and her husband realized their little girl was missing. "Gary's mother was visiting us," she said. "He walked out to the car through the back door. Within 4 minutes of his mother pulling out, he came inside and said, 'Where's Sarah?'" The station reports that this discovery led to them calling 911. They also went on a frantic 10-minute search of the residence. The child was nowhere to be found in the house. But then, several hours later, around 6 p.m., the sheriff's office reports that deer hunters heard an odd crying sound. Startled by the noise, the concerned hunters also reached out to 911. Then, using technology that allowed authorities to map out their exact location, emergency first responders rushed to the area. The child and the hunters in the area were located around 6:30 p.m., both in the woods. Sarah Alice was nearly a mile away from her home. Surprisingly, except for being tired, dehydrated, and frightened, Sarah Alice was not hurt. The good Lord certainly kept his hand of protection on this child who had wandered away from home. Sarah's mother, Michaela, understands how lucky she and her husband are that their little girl was not hurt. It was a scary thought because of what if someone sees movement and doesn't realize it's a child, she said. The Newberry County Sheriff's Office said the discovery was truly a miraculous find in a release about the incident. "Have no fear, for I am with you. Do not be looking about in trouble, for I am your God. I will give you strength. Yes, I will be your helper. Yes, my true right hand will be your support." Isaiah 41:10.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
Need a new roof for your home? Or even just some repairs? That's a big investment, one that you should take very seriously. And you want the job done right, by professionals, and at a great price. You need to call your hometown roofing contractor, serving Northeast Ohio for over 65 years. Coates Bros Roofing, 440-322-1343. How have they been in the roofing business for so long? Quality work at a great price. They keep their promises and communicate with you, the homeowner. Coates Bros Roofing will listen to you and find solutions that will accommodate your roofing needs. They'll give you a better than competitive price on your roofing job and make sure that it fits within your budget. Financing is available too. The highest quality at a great price. Coates Bros Roofing. Call 440-322-1343 or go to CoatesBrosRoofing.com. That's COATES. CoatesBrosRoofing.com.